As defined in the D&D Player's Handbook, an ability check, quote, tests a character's or monster's innate talent and training in an effort to overcome a challenge. From climbing a wall to making your case to the local authorities, if you want to do something in-game that has a chance of failure, it's going to take an ability check. Fortunately, an ability check can be carried out in 3 simple steps. 1. Tell the DM what you'd like to do. 2. Find the correct ability modifier on your character sheet. 3. Roll a d20 and add your ability modifier to the result. With these 3 steps in mind, let's see some ability checks in action with an example from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. In this example, you're playing as a dashing human rogue by the name of Indiana Jones. In front of you is the very artifact that you've been looking for, but you know that every inch of this place is riddled with traps. If this were D&D, you'd tell the DM, "I'd like to check for traps." The DM would then reply with, "Okay, give me an investigation check." You quickly scan your character sheet for your investigation ability modifier. Remember from our last video that the 6 main abilities are located on the left-hand side of your character sheet, and the 18 more nuanced abilities are listed towards the middle of your sheet in alphabetical order. Finally, you'd roll a d20, add your investigation ability modifier, and tell the DM what you got, a 23. So, what happens next? Are you able to find any traps? Remember that the D&D Player's Handbook described an ability check as an effort to, quote, overcome a challenge. The challenge is represented by a number set by the DM called an ability check's DC. The higher the DC, the more difficult the ability check, with DC 5 being an extremely easy task, like stepping over a puddle, and a DC 30 being a nearly impossible task, such as convincing a demon lord that he doesn't actually want to take over the planet. To pass an ability check and successfully complete their task, a player must reach a total that is equal to or higher than the ability check's DC. In our example, you got a 23 total, which beat the DC 20 that the DM had set, allowing you to successfully find the trap. Now that you understand how to make an ability check, let's watch what happens next with our 3 steps in mind. Unfortunately, Indiana Jones didn't roll high enough to correctly estimate the weight of the statue, triggering the trap on the pedestal. Notice, however, that even though he failed his intelligence check, he's still in the game. This is due to a concept that we'll cover in our next video called, quote, failing forward.